Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this white rum, silver rum taste challenge. We have in this kind of mint green bottle, Bacardi Superior. This is their flagship rum from Puerto Rico, company founded 1862. Well, when it was founded, it was in Spanish Cuba, but then there was a revolution in 1959, and the communist party took over and started stealing everybody's property. So the Bacardi family fled to Puerto Rico, United States Commonwealth. Rum of Puerto Rico aged. So there's the quality seal. They're part of the Rums of Puerto Rico Quality Trade Association. All right. What else? 1862 on the bottle. It won some medals. Well, it's won them recently too, but here's like Barcelona, 1888. Matanzas, 1881. Bordeaux, 1893. And then they have the old Spanish bourbon crest on it. The crown and the Spanish royal crest, I guess, for the House of Bourbon. All right, well, anyway, it's one of the famous, well, I guess you'd say it's the most famous Scotch. Scotch. So I got something on my mind. Rum. So that's going to go over there. Glass. I'll need glasses because they don't look clear, right? You got to have glasses. Albertsons silver rum. A traditional quality since 1939. They didn't have this rum in 1939, but that's when the company was founded. So there's Albertsons silver rum with like navy blue and silver. Rum barrel, 2 coins that have no meaning, I guess, except just to make it look nice. Bottled in Kentucky by County Line Distillers. Bacardi is bottled in Jacksonville, Florida. Now this is a Louisville, Kentucky, right? By County Line Distillers. Jacksonville, Florida. By Bacardi Ltd. Got some comments. Window beer review with Thomas says, hi, hello, welcome to the channel. Jack Cottrell says, good afternoon, J37 and Wendy here. It was down to 56 earlier. It was cloudy, kind of damp, uncomfortable. It even drizzled a little bit or misted, which I thought was a bad sign. And then now you can see the sun is coming out. I see blue skies north of here. Oh, yeah. I can even feel warmth. It's going to get down to about 52 tonight, though. A little unusual for April here. Usually being warm, but it's already gotten up to 90 this year. But maybe they'll get to 74 today. All right, let's pour this Bacardi. I like this bottle. It's green. You can see it's a green bottle. Maybe if you glance on the shelf, it's clear, but it's green. Green bottle. Just like the Johnny Walker Blue label is not just a blue label. The bottle's blue. The glass is blue. Kind of neat. Now, my friend David and I did a duo review of that Johnny Walker Blue label. I guess he had too much to drink or something because he was talking about, something about it tastes like it just tastes like a whiskey, and I wanted it to taste like a scotch. And I was like, what are you saying? I said, it is a whiskey, Scotch whiskey. And then he was talking about Irish, something Irish. I was like, Irish? He said, well, they ought to call it Irish whiskey. I said, well, it's from Scotland. And I was like, what are you talking about? I couldn't get over it. I said to myself, well, wasn't the first drink of the day, I suppose, but it was so comical. And but you'll have to watch when I get it posted in a few days to see what he scored it. But I couldn't get over it. Could not get over it. It was fun though. Anyway, good afternoon, Ron. Good afternoon to you, John and Illy. Thanks for watching. So, but like I told him in the review, I said I bought it. So just, and I didn't mean I bought it. Look at me, I bought it. I'm bragging on it. What I meant by that was I bought it I knew what I was getting into. No one forced, no one forced me to pay over $200 for that bottle, over $220 for the bottle. So that's what I meant. I did this to myself. So you can feel, he could feel free to score it any way he wished. Don't say, well, he did pay $200, so let me give it a higher score than I would want to give it. No, 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 no. I don't play that game. Give it whatever you want. I might make a face. I might think to myself, oh, this is crazy, but still, well, I can make any faces I want. That doesn't really matter. Scored a beer, or in that case, the Scotch whiskey. I think he just meant it tastes like regular old, like American whiskey. But I heard a guy from Scotland say that on a hangout one time. I wasn't part of the hangout, but he was like, your whiskey in America is really not good because you don't have real whiskey there. You just have bourbon. That's what he said. You don't have true whiskey in America. You just have bourbon. And the other guy just flipped out and cursed him and told him, bourbon is whiskey. And he added a lot of adjectives to it. And I thought, that is so funny. I mean, his response was correct. Of course, his typical way is to not do it in a very enjoyable manner. I want to say that, but the main line of the communication was interesting. For somebody to say that bourbon is not true whiskey, you're just beyond the pale. And his response was comical, although correct. It was correct. Alice Plorney ihr Must Asbach trinken. I don't know what that means. Oh, no, I can't translate that. Not without some kind of machine translator program. Somebody might be able to do that for me. All right, let's go on. I don't think Albertsons is made anymore. I think it's been replaced by King Square, which can be sold across all the different not True Value, that's a hardware store, Super Value grocery store chains. Okay, my nose is itchy. I think it's just dry air coming in and making my nose itchy. But I think they got rid of the Albertsons brands. Now they may have a lot in stock. That's why they had like 3 dozen bottles on the shelf over there. But I just think the distributor's saying, look, we got all this stock, just get rid of it. And then when the replacement comes, we'll use King Square and the 375s, because if you behind customer service, they'll have the smaller bottles like the 375s. And these are only $2.99, but I think it's a 2012 bottle. I was able to decipher. It's 8 years old. But like I say, Republic National over there on US Highway 90 in Jefferson, Louisiana, which is about a quarter mile from New Orleans, like literally right outside the city limits of New Orleans. It's a huge warehouse, and they have so many Sazerac brands there. And they just probably have a stockpile. Unless Albertsons is getting it from the Baton Rouge distributor, whoever that is. Might be the same people. This smells very sweet and sugary. They're both clear, so the color isn't, I don't think, anything to remark about. Put it in that direct light. No, I don't see any differences, except I think I poured like a slight bit more in one of them. And this one has more alcohol eggs than this other one, I think. Yeah, a little more oily. Interesting. Okay. So it's sugary, almost like cake icing sugar. You know how you get that vanilla icing? I don't know which one it is yet. I'm not sure. Let's go to this one. All right, this one's a lot drier in the nose, like meaning it's a lot less sweet, a lot crisper, if you would call it that. In beer, you would say a very dry beer would be crisp. You smell some charcoal and oak, white oak. looking on the Bacardi website right here, it says a classic white rum, meaning clear, with distinctive vanilla. Developed in white oak barrels and shaped through a secret blend of charcoal for a distinctive smoothness. A blend of charcoal, meaning there's different types of wood being used to make the charcoal. You know, Jack Daniels, they tell you what they use: sugar maple, charcoal, sugar maple. Now the barrels are oak. The barrels are oak. That's the law. I mean, well, it's the law for bourbon, but I think Tennessee whiskey has to be aged in white oak oak barrels. I'd have to check the law of Tennessee. You know, that Tennessee whiskey law only applies to, guess, well, you got it right, Tennessee. Well, I talked about vanilla, so that might be the Bacardi. This has that strange cake icing thing. I don't remember Bacardi having any odd aromas. Now, you know, cake icing doesn't, it's not like a bad aroma, right? It's just a little strange. Something sticky on my hand. I was fooling with stuff outside. Could be some like sap or something on my hand. I don't like that. Gotta think about this for a minute. Now, the interesting thing about these taste challenges, which to me are very interesting, you might watch them and think they're the most boring thing. I can understand it. I really like Bacardi Superior, but after trying Captain Morgan White, I think I have a new favorite, says Johnny Neely. I'd like to try the Albertsons someday, but it sounds like a dead brand. Well, remember, you got to always say maybe, perhaps, and could be, because you never know with these products. You might say, I declared it dead 2 years ago, and whoa, there it is, 36 bottles on the shelf. I said, well, but I think that's backstock. Okay, I see no other Albertsons brands in their store. You know, on the regular shelf with the regular size bottles, no Albertsons. They've all been replaced with, like I say, these brands that can be sold at all their chains. They used to have Albertsons brandy. Okay, now it's D.W. Anders. And it doesn't taste like Albertsons anymore. The Albertsons brandy tasted like Christian Brothers, something like that. The D.W. Anders tastes like Hartley. Okay, yeah. But remember, I can get the Albertsons for the same price I paid for for the same size bottle. This is a regular size bottle. This cost me $14 now. Well, I think at the time it was 13. It's like $12.98, but it went up. It's gone up. Let's say $14. I can get the Albertsons for $5.98. Well, okay, remember now, $5.98 plus 14. So let's say $6 plus 14, or compared to 14. That's $8 difference. That's an $8 difference. And I'm already saying, I'm not sure, you know, what about this? This tastes pretty good. Now, once you delay and you hesitate and you're not sure and you got to think about it, then that's it. You've thought about it. You had to hesitate. You delayed. Right there, you pretty much know the winner already. Meaning what? The cheaper one, right? It's not like $1 more. We're talking about $8 more a bottle, right? So if you hesitate in any way, that means the cheaper one has won, because if it's $8 more, it should be totally clear. I mean, it should be no question, but I haven't tasted this one yet, so I better not jump the gun. But at this point, it seems like the Albertsons is winning. You know, a horse race, sometimes the good horse pulls ahead. Okay. Took too big of a gulp. Should have been a sip. But anyway, it's a hard, not hard, a pronounced, yes, a pronounced level of charcoal. You say, well, what types? I don't know. I'll just say it's a pronounced level. I couldn't sit there and tell you what kind of woods, but it does taste like it's sort of complex. It's very smooth. There's the light molasses, light sweetness. Now, you know, on the website, they talk about vanilla or whatever else they said. It's probably on the back of that bottle. I think the bottle matches the website. But yeah, I don't know about all that vanilla, whatever else they're talking about. To me, it just tastes like silver rum, white rum, which is what? Mild white molasses with a little charcoal and wood. That's what you get. Now you get these aberrations like Ron Rio. Okay, I almost did that one today. I said, nah, I'll save Ron Rio. But, you know, you get something like that. Well, yeah, that's off the wall. These are not. Let's see what they say. Delicate floral and fruity notes. Yeah, the website's talking about vanilla and something else. I like how they say it's shaped through a secret blend of charcoals. Why don't these companies just say it's filtered? They say Jack Daniels is mellowed through charcoal. Bacardi is shaped through charcoal. They use all these euphemisms. Well, filter is not a bad word. Any cane sugar notes? I'm saying more like molasses, you know, like, but it's hard to say. But the pure sugar, cane sugar, no. I got that in that Bud Light lemonade that I had this morning. It was a lot of cane sugar. I said, if you had a sweet tooth, there you go. I'm so happy that Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch stopped using that high fructose corn syrup. I don't think it's unhealthy for you or hurt you, but it's just nasty. Like it's got this strange drying sensation that's so off-putting, but that cane sugar doesn't. And so I can't wait to try. Well, I can't wait. You know, I can, but I want to try the Bud Light Lime and the Bud Light Orange now that they're using cane sugar. I know they're going to be so much better. And I don't even drink sweet beers except for video reviews. You say, well, you do them all the time. I know. That's the only time I drink sugar flavored or flavored beers is when I do reviews, which is all the time. All right. Tastes fine. I mean, it tastes really good. Like neither one of these tastes like you would expect for paying $2.99 or $5.98 for the full size bottle. You would think, oh, it's gonna be awful. No, not awful. In fact, it's good. I've been praising Albertsons rum since the get-go, though. Their brandy is great. The rum is super. I'm drinking it here. Their, of course, I said like the brandy's going. The American blended whiskey, it's pretty good. It's not great. It's hard to get a great American blended whiskey, but it holds its own. It holds its own, actually. Their Canadian blended whiskey is really good. It's right up there with some of the good brands. So Albertsons must have told Sazerac, do it right. We want good stuff. Walmart must have told Rockdale, just make it where people don't puke. Beyond that, we don't care what it tastes like, because that stuff was terrible. And it didn't get better, and it didn't stay around. The Rockdale Light, and the Rockdale Ice. Trash. It just shows you how bad a job City Brewing can do when they put their mind to it. Or was it Genesee? I can't remember. Coming from Rochester, New York, was it? Well, either one of those companies can do a horrendously bad job when they put a good effort into it. Now, when they're focusing on quality, they'll put out some nice products. But when they really set out to make a dang awful product, they really hit the nail on the head. But in this case, Albertsons might have said, we want some good stuff. And it really worked. Okay. I didn't know that the Bud brand switched to cane sugar. Yeah, they were talking about doing that about 2 years ago. They said by 2020, they expected to kind of have it all in place. And here it is. Nice. I'll have to pick up a Bud Light variety pack of the orange, lime, and lemonade. Excellent idea. Quote of the day: just make it so people don't puke. Laugh out loud. Yeah. That's your business model advice of today. Oh, here comes it. Kansas City Southern Railroad. Interestingly, they're heading eastbound. Usually they'd be westbound this time of day, but I don't know their schedule. They probably don't have a schedule. They just do whatever. Trains got to go somewhere. So we got one rum introduced in the 19th century and one introduced in the 20th century. How about that? They're both from the United States West Indies, U.S. Puerto Rico, and United States Virgin Islands. Back to this. And I need this jacket in another hour, but that wind is going to cut a little bit. It's going to be a little tough to take. Love seeing that sun, though. I like seeing the sun because it's making me feel better. I was feeling down, bad. All this COVID idiocy has got me feeling bad. I'm not one of these depressive people, always talking about, oh, I'm feeling down. I'm not like that. It just got me feeling down, like in the dumps, all of this irritation, all this unnecessary stuff. Totally terrible. But you say the rum's helping you snap out of it. No, that won't help you snap out of it. That'll probably make it worse. You don't treat those kind of issues with alcohol, or you just, what you do is you exacerbate them, you make them worse. So that's not the purpose of this. I wanted to do it, I was going to do it, whether they had COVID idiocy or not. I'm just saying that's the way I've been feeling, kind of bad, so to speak. Not physically bad, feel physically good. That's got to be the Bacardi. Okay, more quotes. More comments. Do you have any more Bud Light lemonade? No, I drank the whole can because I could only find it for my price or my enjoyment in those 25-ounce single cans. I didn't want to buy a whole 12-pack of that stuff. Oh no. Yeah, I know you'd like to do a hangout on it, huh? An examination. I would too, but I just don't have any more. Do you or John Early ever had Richland rum? I never even heard of Richland rum. It's irritating. I need my sports fix. I have not. Cheers, Triple J. Triple J. Yeah, you got all these games, and then I get an email from the university saying, well, you can have two options. You can let us keep the money that you didn't, because we bought season tickets for the baseball and they only played a few games. So like 86% of the games, we didn't get our money's worth because they weren't played. So you could either let us keep the money and show how you're going to go Lions, or you can send us an email and we'll send you a refund, a prorated refund. Kind of like trying to make you feel guilty, I was like, I didn't do this. The state government did this. And you're part of the state government. It's a state university. I'm thinking to myself. So don't lay this guilt trip on me about, you can be a great fan and let us keep the money, or you could be a bum and send us an email and we'll send you the refund. It's the way I took it. I read it that way because I think that's the way it was written, in an oblique manner. I said, uh-huh. So I sent an email, send me the money. I'll take option B, my refund. Then they say, oh, our offices are closed during COVID. If it's an emergency, call us or something. I said, well, this is no emergency. I said, but I got proof I sent that email because they were saying, if you don't respond by the 27th of April, we're keeping the money. I responded within 5 minutes. Huh. I think that's the Albertsons, and this is the Bacardi. Okay. More comments. Sean, hey, hi Jay, any beer casts this week? Well, William Kepley might do something. He was thinking about doing a weekly Tuesday thing, but it only happened once. But he might do more. Or maybe he did it twice, right? Yeah, twice. That's right, because they were talking about, or was that on Tuesday when they were talking about Pabst needs to get their act together? I lose track of when these things are all done. But we got Wild Card Wednesday coming up, Terrence, tomorrow night. And we're trying to do Fandango Friday, and then there's Stout Sunday. I only have the Founders Porter, though. And I'm not getting any other stouts that they don't have anything new at Mather's. Nothing new's coming in. And that's it. They should play the games without the fans. People can still watch them on TV, and the stadiums can filter in live noise from fans cheering as they watch from the safety of their homes. It's better than nothing. Oh, thanks. Favorite vodka? I don't have a favorite vodka because I don't really care for vodka. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I can't comment to that. Tito's Handmade is a good one. John says, yeah, I'm not the right person to ask about vodka. I've reviewed some. They were fine, but I don't ever drink it. I have no interest in it. I'll never drink it again. I don't think I will. I think this is the Albertsons. I mean, what am I saying? I think this is the Bacardi. Fair enough, says Anthony. I think this is the Bacardi. But is it $8 better? I mean, would I really pay $14 for this if I could get the Albertsons, assuming I could still get it, which I don't think I can after another few months. But we're talking about theoretics anyway, because I wouldn't buy it anyway, because I would be buying some other rum that I never had before. But I'm saying in a hypothetical sense, would I pay $8 more for Bacardi over the Albertsons? I don't think I would. It's good. It's good. It's really good. I think the Bacardi Superior is really good. But I don't think it wins. Except on it's a slight bit better in quality. Perhaps. I think so, yes. But when you factor in the price, it loses. And it loses pretty badly. Just on the trade-off. I mean, you're not getting $8 more quality here. There's no way. I don't think so at all. Well, let's look at the tag. So, yeah. Ha, ha, ha. I got it right. I did it. I've been getting them right mostly. I've had a few bomb outs the last 2 months, but not too many. Not too many. So, Thursday morning, plan to do James Fox versus Black Velvet. I said this morning I wasn't going to get the Black Velvet wrong, and I didn't. James Fox was the clear winner. I think Thursday morning is going to be the same story. James Fox, which is what, 3 years old, we guess. We don't know for sure, but it probably is. Versus an 8-year aged Black Velvet Reserve. It shouldn't even be a contest. But I'm telling you right now that James Fox is going to beat it. And I don't take sides because I don't care. Friday night, I'm planning to do James Fox versus Heir to the Throne. Well, that's going to be another calamity. James Fox is going to whip its little whiskey tail. And don't even worry about Heir to the Throne because you're never going to see it. I say that. Somebody might walk in a liquor store today and say, aha, I found some. You could find it lingering around. Then Saturday morning, we'll do James Fox versus the Gibsons, I think. Or is Gibsons last? There's one more. What is that? I never can remember. Oh, right. Ha. Lord Calvert is Saturday. Well, yeah, Johnny Elliott says, you did it. It sounds like Albertsons is the real winner considering the price. When you consider the price, there's no contest. Ben Brown. Oh, hello, Ben. He said, I've had some fine rum in Mauritius. The tourist trap stuff in the hotel was okay. The local stuff in the village was as good, though, in about £2 a liter. Mauritius, that's out in the Indian Ocean. That's an island country that used to be a British colony. British, well, maybe a protectorate or whatever, British ruled area until 1968, I think. 66. No, take that back. 65. I'm pretty sure 65. Then it was a Commonwealth realm. Queen Elizabeth was still the queen until 92. But they had this guy down there that was like some power mad kind of crackpot, kind of part-time mercenary. He took over the island twice, I think, made himself the leader. And then he got rid of the queen as the leader of the country and made some kind of presidency. He wanted to be the ruler. But he was some kind of, well, the media said he was crazy. Maybe he wasn't crazy. If CNN says he's crazy, he might not be crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he seemed like he was some kind of adventurer. It would be kind of like if Captain Morgan, or, well, he was actually a real leader. If Jean Lafitte became the president of your country, something like that. Some mercenary. But I hear Mauritius is very nice. You know, when they're not having a civil war, it's very nice. So Lord Calvert Saturday, that's right. So Lord Calvert Saturday and the Gibson Sunday, and then Tuesday of next week, a week from today, on to the Scotch. Johnny Walker Blue Label versus everybody. And for what I paid, a better win every time. I'm going to be angry. Lord Calvert used to have a nice bottle. I don't know if it has changed. I have the old bottle, just the regular old round, ordinary looking bottle. But now they got that new squared off, look like cut crystal bottle. They went back to the original. See, when Jim Beam bought it, they want to make it all cheap and put it in just a regular old Beam bottle. Something like that, make it look bland. And then when Luxco took it over 5 years ago, they said, oh, no, we want to make it look nice. So they put it back in that squared off, embossed, try to make it look like crystal, like a decanter type bottle. Yeah, they did a great job. Your British history is better than mine, says Ben Brown. Maybe so. I'm the only whiskey reviewer in the world who can name every British king since Henry VII. Or queen. You say, oh, well, that's important, isn't it? No, it isn't important. That's it. So I had a feeling this might happen, that the Bacardi could face a little tough road here against this underling, this challenger, this Rocky Balboa thing over here. Okay, well, hey, my favorite drinker, says Chaos Gaming. Hey to you. Thanks for watching. Well, that's it. Brings us to the end. And it was very nice. And see y'all in a couple of days for Dawn Busters. Oh, that's right. I'm a taster, says John Haley. Yeah, I'm not a drinker. I don't like drinking. Bad for you. But tasting is good. Tasting is good. Okay. I'm a hobbyist.